Sin, you gotta walk me through this one, bro, because I'm more confused than a little girl at a toy factory.
All right, I will do my best. I will actually put up an article, which will more than likely link in the description down below. If not, that's fine. And we're gonna have from Nintendo Life, where they announce what's happening with Splatoon 2 and the
Okay.
free Splatoon situation.
Okay. Dámelo.
Um, and so then let me maximize this on the screen real quick. It says this weekend Nintendo held its Splatoon 2 North American Open, and then during the they were gonna hold one. And then for the finals, it ended up getting canceled due to unexpected executional challenge. And some of the fans seem to think that what's going on is because of the free melee hashtags, Nintendo pulled the plug on that, which we'll talk in a minute about that in a minute. Pulled the plug on the Splatoon event. And this is something that we're coming into here with a generalized conversation for, but Nintendo's going to be the forefront of a lot of our conversations.
Yeah.
But Nintendo has, I would say, as of Iwata and Reggie no longer being a part of the scene, they've been making some pretty dire decisions. And we can only speculate as to what it is, but initially they just stopped the Splatoon situation from happening. So no grand finals, no tournament.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around why. Just why, but I think you know more than I do. Why did the melee thing spill over into Splatoon?
Okay, so we'll hop into melee quickly because I'm more versed in that, but it seems to be Nintendo just trying to shut down any competitive aspects to games that they don't want to be as competitive. Yet they provided ranked for Splatoon. They don't provide ranked for Smash Bros. I believe Sakurai initially didn't want Smash Bros to be ranked or any kind of competitive, supposed party game. But then we had the melee, free melee thing that happened. So let's jump into that, and that's essentially we had a big house event that was supposed to be for us, just an event. It was raced by us using the Slippy engine. And for those that don't know, the Slippy engine essentially is a mod, but it's not an illegal mod in which you can play melee online. Normally, melee doesn't have online. Right. So they had that for that event, and unfortunately, because of the circumstances due to COVID, we can only play online. And the second that was the case, Nintendo sent the cease and desist, and they canceled the event altogether.
This is so bizarre, and I don't understand that in the midst of a pandemic globally, where I know Nintendo's whole philosophy is having people come together and having couch co-op and that vibe, and make it a party. Don't make it a competition because people get salty and kids can't play. Kids want to play party games, but in the midst of a pandemic, bro, why take away the only option for people to come together when they can't physically do it?
So the problem with the company is a couple things. Since I've been in Japan for a while, to Japan and lived there for a while. The problem with it is that the company's traditional, very much traditional. It is the new president that we have is more business educated than video game educated and outside perspective educated.
Okay.
So these two things combined with COVID, so COVID is an external source of issue, just combined into this amalgamy of bad decision making. So
got you. I think you saying that he's more business minded, and I think that says it all, because Iwata was Mr. Video Games too. He was a fan of video games, then started making video games and remained a fan even up until his became president. So
yeah,
I get where that's coming from now, where that thought is coming from. So it's really like, I don't know, to be so aggressive about it too, though, with the way Nintendo handles things. They're so freaking aggressive with taking down things that fans do, and people not playing the games the way they want them to, and it sucks, man. It sucks that Nintendo's like that.
It's not a recent situation either. They've made a lot of business, very poignant business decisions to stop certain circumstances, and it went over us because it was an oversight thing. It's more like it's little trickle things that normally you wouldn't allow from a company to do to you. Sony and Microsoft tend to be more on the business side as well, but the difference is that their catalog is so much bigger, and their quality over quantity is not measured versus their own company perspective. You know, so they're not solely a video game maker.
Exactly. So I guess it makes sense, but it does suck. It sucks for people to play Melee. I don't play Melee anymore. I haven't played Melee in like 10 years.
What did you main in that?
Falcon. I was Falcon. I was Falcon all the way up to Ultimate until Terry came out and Wolf came back, and I play with Wolf just because he has an eye patch. But
he's good.
He's good. He's actually way better than he was in Brawl, and or at least than I was with him in Brawl. But yeah, it sucks for the Melee players, and it sucks for Splatoon players. I don't play either of those games competitively. But if I did, I know I'd be fighting with my wife again about this stuff. Like, tú no me entiendes.
No me entiendes. You don't understand.
But, man, it is what it is. I don't know. Nintendo's bad PR is sucky, but at the same time, the competitive scene, it makes up a what percentage of their whole audience? Like what, 10%?
Yeah, no, we're not much. That's the thing.
Yeah.
To them, essentially, we're not much. So, but we are the ones that play the pivotal role in making sure that it grew. So
yes, we're the passionate ones. These competitive guys, these diehard players are the ones that keep the game alive, because casual fans will forget about the game in a couple of months. So Nintendo should take care of them. You know, they keep the game in people's mouths and on people's social media accounts talking. But I don't know. Like you said, if he's a business minded dude, the guy who's in charge now, then yeah, I don't know.
He absolutely is a business minded.
Yeah, we're in a different era of Nintendo, which I thought they were gonna be more lenient and more like youthful and kind of with new ideas. But I don't know.
Regressed. We don't even have a community within the we don't have anything to communicate inside the console at all.
Yeah, that's but you know, I don't know. Everybody in Nintendo's getting old. They like, I remember you saying a couple months ago, I was watching a YouTube video where you said we're in a changing of the guard.
Yes.
As far as Nintendo, and I was hoping that would lead to, like, you know, fresher ideas, newer thoughts, but
no, I don't think it's gonna happen this systemic generation. So I don't think it will happen within the Switch's generation. I think it'll happen within the next, because if you look at the evidences, we still have a lot of the old guard that are involved with the Switch and involved with games that have come out on the Switch, you know, as of this year and last year and so on. So
yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, let's wait and see what happens, man. I know that the Sephiroth news kind of overshadowed the free Melee stuff, so I know that's tactical, business-minded thinking, like to put out some positive news in the middle of a PR nightmare.
We should have said that. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. They definitely.
That was tactical. That was very tactical.
I feel like there was somebody, I don't remember who their name was, but I think it was Implement. I don't remember. They brought that up on Twitter with like Byleth versus Sephiroth, and they had hashtags and like versus dislike ratio, and you know, they were just like, all right, guys, what's happening?
Bro, that was very tactical. I totally agree with that. Yeah, man. Final thoughts on it? Anything else you want to share about it?
No, that's pretty much it. I just hope that Nintendo changes their ways, and we will be going into more details and other decisions that they continue to make or have made in the past, which I will bring up, even if it's not within this week. I just need to scout for them, because it's actually, there's a couple of decisions that they've made this year that are constant, because they're going to happen or are progressing.
Mm-hmm.
So these are a couple of things that we need to stay on top of, and so the sooner we have an update on one of those news, then the sooner I can bring it up to you guys and we can discuss them.
Mondo righteous. Change your panties, Nintendo. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.